Did you know about this happening to Aboriginals in America? Did you, sorry, in Australia? Did you know about refugees? Did you know about mining? This information. And then there is protest songs. But Australia doesn't have a lot of fight, 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 you know, to overthrow the government. What is the message, say in Russia or in Belarus? Is there a different message?
Yeah, I think there's different message because protests, I think protests have very more level. And Australian people protest from coronavirus situation and restriction. He is not good when you not meet 10 people. He is very bad. But from Belarus protest because he is killing.
Yes.
He is very different life, very different have situation. His life like a Soviet Union. I have friends from Belarus. He's live in Russia and Belarus too, and I ask what you like situation in Belarus, and different people. Some people say, "Oh, Belarus is no bad situation. We have very cleaner road, very cleaner town, and we have meat." Sausage, very good quality. This is very strange for me because that Lukashenko very more sitting on presidents maybe
26 years, I think.
And now very change time.
Yeah.
Young people, when he is very young now, he's have smartphone, he's have social nets, and make movie, make information, and now dictatura is impossible. I don't believe he is finished. He is finished in Belarus and Russia too. I believe this.
Yeah. I think it's very difficult. You look at someone like Trump, who tries to control this.
Very interesting situation about Trump, because he's a very popular politic, and very strange because he's used in
Twitter.
Twitter, and he's very like Twitter, and with very informational connect for his people with new and very interesting analyzation with how political use it new device new connecting informational and internet.
I watch a documentary about Jesus Christ, okay, and so this historian was saying, why is Jesus Christ important? Why is he an important character? And he said, well, before Jesus Christ, if you wanted to talk to God, you had to talk to a priest. So you had to go priest, God. Okay, there was somebody in between you and God. So you could not speak to God. You spoke to the priest spoke to God. The priest then spoke back to you from God. So you were always, there were three things that had to happen. You, priest, God. Jesus comes along and says, no, don't need the priest, you, God, straight away. Okay, so that's it. You don't need the church. You can go and pray in a field. You can sit in your home. You just go, hello, God, and God says, hey, hello. It's interesting with Trump. It's the same tactics. Don't listen to science. Don't listen to other politicians. You just listen to me. Me, Trump. Trump, me.
American political very important for Australian.
Yes.
When I see news, Australian news, I see very more American news. Because dollar is very important for I think Australia very important China, because economic very cross.
Australia is interesting country because it's European culture but Asian location. So Australia is part of Asia. It's an Asian country. You know, we have, you know, above us is Papua New Guinea, and then Indonesia and Malaysia, and so really, Australia should be an Asian country. So geographically it's Asian, but politically it's English. Okay, and so you know, and so we in Australia we are trapped in English. We are trapped in the English language. It's hard for us to understand our neighbors because they speak different language, very different language. So we only speak to people who speak English.
With true, I ask one question about Russia and Australia. With true, I know, and Melbourne maybe, I don't know, on the brief побережье, как?
Just anybody who's listening, we have
seashore have very big gun.
Oh yes, yes.
We make with a gun from Russia when you feel aggressive. First Great War.
So in World War I and in World War II, there were defenses built on the coast, on the seashore of America. So there's some down at Queenscliff. They were worried in the harbours, you know.
I understand. Interesting. Because very long way.
Well, we had in Sydney Japanese submarines, tiny submarines that made their way into Sydney Harbour, and of course Australia was terrified that they would be. Australia is because we have so much coastline. Australia has so much coastline. You can't watch it all, so. This terror that we will be attacked from the sea, you know.
I understand. You're very happy because you not have border in our country.
No.
Maybe Papua. I don't know. You're not feeling conflict from.
Well, this is interesting. So in Europe, you know, it's funny. When I was traveling in Europe, the easiest way to make friends when you go from say Netherlands to Germany, okay. You cross the border and the Germans say, "Where have you come from?" And you say, "I have come from the Netherlands." And they say, "What was that like?" And you go, "Oh, they're crazy. Their cheese is terrible. Their bread is terrible. They're all crazy." And they go, "Yeah, we know." And then you cross back over the border and people from Netherlands say, "What was it like in Germany?" And you go, "Oh, they're all crazy. Their bread is..." So there's kind of like a family, you know, you can, And also too in Russia, you know, you border China and all of things like that. At some stage you have to talk to other people, you know. But in Australia, it's not like that.
We have very more country with border in Russia. I don't remember now. Maybe 10 countries, maybe more. I don't know. Very more Asia, China.
But all these things, you know, like you say. You know, right up half of Russia is European, half of Russia is Asian.
When I flying on first time, on Australia, a policeman standing me when I going from air, and where are you from? I'm from Russia, and Russia is, I don't know, with Europe or ASEAN? What is that? I don't know. I fly in March in Australia, and with begin coronavirus situation and very more problem if Russia ASEAN we stop. But he is not now. I don't know.
No. It's the same. It's tricky because, you know, Russia is the biggest country in the world, but it's many countries, you know. Siberia is different to St. Petersburg, and you know,
I've been in Siberia, and Novosibirsk is very famous town, very biggest town with capital of Siberia. I very like people, very like very nice woman, and in the Siberia, very interesting, with very different people. with Russian too, but very different on the capital Moscow and St. Petersburg.
Yeah.
I don't know, maybe with after move with Ural, you understand?
Yeah, Ural Mountains.
With and maybe different life, because it's very long way.
Yes.
Very long way. Maybe maybe 300.
Thousands.
1,000, maybe 3,000-4,000.
Yeah.
Your Australia on long 4,000.
Yeah. But you have traveled in Australia. Australia has a little difference, but it's the same. I mean, Melbourne is the same as Perth. I mean, there are little differences. There are little differences, and and there are people go, "Oh, I'm so proud of I come from Melbourne. I'm so different to Sydney, then I'm from Sydney."
Australia with like a model Europe, we have state in very different state. With Southern Australia, Western Australia, Queensland, Tasmania is different people. People live. When I've been in Western Australia, people in Western Australia very lucky Russian, because he is not smiling. He is not friendly. It's very interesting. And policeman very strange. He can smoke it on the oil patrol station. I don't know. My friend, he's living in Melbourne. He's, I don't believe it. This policeman smoking on the patrol station. He said, no smoking. He's standing and he is arresting prostitute and give you cigarettes, and he together smoking. He's standing on locket. Very interesting situation. I not believe it is.
It's true. I mean, as an Australian, you notice people in Tasmania are very friendly. Very friendly.
Tasmania is good. Yeah. Interesting. Yeah, I very wanted in Tasmania and New Zealand. Very wanted traveling. I see in Tasmania have very interesting museum. His name Mona. Mona, and I know director is maybe Russian, because he's have collection very more article Russian. Very interesting.
He's a very interesting man. I forget his name, but he's an incredible mind. Do you know what I mean? Amazing. They have an amazing music festival down there too. Really, lots of avant-garde and new music and stuff like that. It's fantastic. They call it the Dark Mofo Festival.
Interesting things. I think about more after last speaker when we speak about situation Russia, and why very popular artist and art maker, very popular 19 when beginning your article. I think we have mentality come back. We not we have very more questions democratic on 19, and he is not with question not finished. My parents maybe he is not with questions finished. You understand?
Yes.
Maybe I is question finished. I don't know. Maybe I not can. Because we stand in mentality 30 years before along. In 19 with situation we not democratic country now.